So in last video we have already learned about the basic definition of Bernoulli's equation, and we have already seen how the acceleration, that means what are the components of acceleration in two-dimensional cases. So today we are going to learn about the velocity components, or we can say that the relation between this velocity and the earlier acceleration. Basically this concept is useful in further defining the Bernoulli's equation, or you can say that further deriving the Bernoulli's equation in this session. So suppose there is a velocity which is v. It is a function of space and time t. This space is basically the x, y and z coordinates of the coordinate system. Now I am using the basic definition of mathematics to find the derivative of this one. That means I would like to find the dv. So dv is equals to, using the basic mathematical equation, which is del v by del s into ds plus del v by del t into dt. Now I would like to divide it both side by dt. So this equation become dv by dt is equals to del v by del s ds by dt plus del v by del t dt by dt. Okay, now as we can see here, this ds by dt is nothing but the velocity. Okay, so the equation now become, and as this dt cancels each other, so the final equation is like this. This dv by dt is nothing but the acceleration. So we can write it as acceleration a is equals to v del v by del s plus del v by del t. So this is the relation which we get from this velocity, that means the velocity equation. Now the thing is that this acceleration, we can write this acceleration as the streamwise acceleration. So this acceleration we can define it as as. So as is equals to v del v by del s plus del v by del t. Okay, one more thing, why I am writing a as a as. So this is the streamwise acceleration, and in previous video I have explained it. That means I have already stated it. This is nothing but dv by dt. And what is the streamwise acceleration? So this is due to the change in the speed. This acceleration is created due to the change in speed. That's why we have written here dv by dt as a as. So in previous video I have already explained it. So now as become v dv, that means v del v del s plus del v by del t. Now suppose I want to know the value of this acceleration as in case of steady state. That means in case of steady state. So as we all know that in case of steady state, the component, that means d by dt or del by del t is equals to 0. That means it is not going to change anymore with time. So that condition is basically referred as a steady state. So the equation now become is as is equals to, now I am keeping this term as a 0, because in the steady state term del by del t is equals to 0. So the component which is remain here is v del v by del s. So our final equation is this, and this is particularly for which case? This is for the steady state. Okay, so in case of steady state, AS is equals to V del V by del S, that is due to change in the velocity with position. The acceleration is only due to the change in velocity with position. Okay, okay, now I am going to derive the Bernoulli's equation. So for that, first let me draw the x and y axis for it. So this is basically the x axis and this is basically the z axis. So as you know, in this direction y axis will be there. Now I am drawing here a streamline, suppose like this, and for the sake of convenience I am drawing two arithmetical axes like this. So this axis, that means this side represents the streamline, so I have written here S, and this direction define the normal direction, so I have written in here. Now I am going to take a small component of fluid like this here, and I am going to draw the component of pressure and weight on this one. So from this direction a force is acted, and from this direction also a force is acted, and finally due to weight force is acted in vertically downward direction. So what is the name of this force? So this force is basically due to the pressure. So as we know that pressure is equals to what? P is equals to force per unit area. So the force due to pressure is equals to P into A. So I am writing here the force which is acted from downward to the upward direction is P into A, but here I am writing it as a dA because I have taken the cross sectional area. This is a very small component of fluid, so the area here is represented as dA, and this length is represented as ds. So I am writing here ds, that means the length of this small component is represented as ds. Now in the opposite direction the force due to this pressure is acted as P plus dP into dA. Why dP? Because there is a small incremental pressure in this due to this component in this direction is represented as dP into dA. So the pressure from downward to upward direction is P dP, and from upward to downward direction is P plus dP into dA, and this component is due to the weight only, so I have written here W. So this is nothing but the weight of this component. Okay, so drawing a line in this direction and keeping this angle as a theta. Okay, so this is a theta, that means the weight, the force due to the weight making an angle theta with in this direction, that means in the in direction. Okay, so now these are the forces which acts on this component of fluid. Now I am drawing here the basically now okay, now I am drawing here the small component of this elementric length. So this is basically the x direction, so I have written here dx, that means the small distance, this distance along the x direction. This is along the z distance, z direction, so I have written here dz, and this length is basically this one, so I have written here, so I am writing here ds, and this is nothing but the theta, that means the theta, this theta, if we take a component like this in this direction, so this become theta. So I have taken this angle as a theta here. Now the basic thing is here that we want to derive the Bernoulli's equation. How? So basically we are applying here the Newton's second law. Newton's second law. What is that one? This is basically the linear momentum equation in the fluid. In which direction? In s direction. That means this is the s direction. So applying it in the s direction. This is arithmetical direction which we have already taken. That means the particle moving along the streamline. S direction is nothing but the direction in which the particle is moving along this stream line. So in this region, net friction force, that means force due to friction, is negligible, or we can say that approximately equal to 0. That means there is no pump, turbine or heat transfer along the streamline. Okay. Now taking this point into our mind, now what I am doing here, I am going to balance these forces along z direction. So first, suppose this is a direction, so from downward to upward direction I am considering it positive, and from upward to downward I am considering it as a negative. So now I am writing here P dA minus P plus dP dA. That means this is in the, you can say that in the downward, from upward to downward direction. Now I would like to find the component of this W. So the component of this weight, W is nothing but weight, its component in this direction is W cos theta, and along this direction is W sin theta. So here I am taking this component because we are applying this equation along the s direction. So this is again in the negative direction. So I am writing here minus W sin theta is equals to what? So the Newton's second law tells that sum of the all forces, which direction we are applying, in s direction, is equals to mass into acceleration. Now so this equation become mass into acceleration. So again, what is acceleration? So acceleration is nothing but it is v dv into ds. That means earlier we have seen that in case of steady state, acceleration can be written as v dv into ds. So I have written acceleration as this one. So again the equation become like this: P dA minus P plus dP dA minus W sin theta is equals to m v dv by ds. Okay. Now reducing this thing, so P dA minus P dA minus dp dA minus W sin theta is equals to m v dv by ds. This thing, that means PDA PDS cancel out each other, so the equation is now minus dP dA minus W sin theta is equals to mv dV by ds. Now this m and W, now I am going to, that means reduce this mass in the form of density and velocity. So as per the standard definition of density, we know that density is equals to mass by volume of, let me write this volume as capital V. So mass into volume, so hence mass is equals to density into volume. So volume for what? So we are considering the volume of this component, so we can write it as the area of this component is dA and the length is ds, so the volume become rho dA into ds. Okay, now the weight is W, which is equals to m into g, so this become m is equals to how much? Rho dA ds and this g, so weight is nothing but rho g dA ds. Okay, again from this triangle sin theta is how much? Suppose I want to find the sin theta. Why? Because here sin theta is there. So sin theta is how much? So sin theta is dz this by this one, so dz by ds. Okay, so we have to keep these things into our mind because we require these things for this equation. So now name this equation as equation 1, and this equation is become, this equation become equation 2 and this become equation 3. So now putting the value of equation 2 and 3 in equation 1, so we have what we get, so what we get, minus dP dA minus, now we are going to put the value of W, so W is equals to rho g dA ds, and now sin theta, so sin theta is how much? So this is dz by ds is equals to, now putting the value of m from here, which is equals to rho dA ds into v dv by ds. Okay, so we have this equation. Now let me cancel this, ds cancel each other, now here also ds cancel each other, so this equation become minus dP dA minus rho g dA dz is equals to rho dA v dv. Okay, now dividing both side of this equation by dA, so I am writing here dividing by dA, both side. So the equation become minus dP dA divided by dA minus rho g dA by dA dz is equals to rho v dA by dA into dV. Okay. So this dA cancel, dA cancel, and then dA cancel. So the equation become minus dP minus rho g dz is equals to rho v dV. Okay. Now again dividing this equation, dividing by rho, that means density both side. So now the equation become minus dP by rho minus rho by rho g dz is equals to rho by rho v dV. Now cancelling this rho, the final equation is minus dP by rho minus g dz is equals to v dV. Okay. So this is the final equation. Now from the basic law of differentiation we know that this quantity can be replaced as, that means v dV can be replaced as a half d v square. Suppose we differentiate it, we can get back this equation. So we are replacing this by this equation. So again the final equation will be like that, minus dP by rho minus g dz is equals to half d v square. Now moving this equation to one side, it will become minus dP by rho minus g dz minus half d v square is equals to 0. And finally we are going to integrate this equation. So now I am writing here, now integrating the equation we get, I am writing the final expression after integration. So the equation become P by rho plus gz plus v square by 2 is equals to 0. So after integrating this become constant, and this is constant along a streamline. Okay. So this is the final expression. That means this is the final expression, P by rho then gz plus v square by 2. This individual components has their own name. This component P by rho is flow energy. Okay, this gz is nothing but the potential energy, and this is nothing but the kinetic energy. Okay, so Bernoulli's equation is nothing but the combination of flow energy, kinetic energy and potential energy. Okay, so hope that this video will clear your doubts regarding the expression, that means the derivation part of the Bernoulli's equation. If you have any question, then kindly ask me in comment box. Thank you very much.